It was flea market time. I headed up to the Stormville flea market. It was really the first nice day that they've had this year. As here in the New York area, it has rained, I think, for 12 consecutive Saturdays. But it was a beautiful Saturday morning, 4th of July weekend, and I picked up over 100 comic books. Let's see what I grabbed. A lot of stuff for the PC, upgrades. Up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hello, panelologists. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. And before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out the description of this video for links to my eBay store, my email, my whatnot, and my Instagram. If you want to get in touch with me about anything, if you see books that I might have for sale that you're interested in, you can reach out to me by email or Instagram. I do have a couple people I need to get back to. At any rate, I went up to the Stormville flea market, and I went up there early, and I think I just missed. So the first booth that I went to, it was in a tent. And the other thing, too, is a beautiful day. And as I'm driving up, I'm like, I didn't put on sunscreen. And that's not really good, especially in this harsh light, right? I am a pretty pale fella. So I was enjoying the tent. So I saw two short boxes. And there was a guy going through the box on the right. And so I started going through the box on the left, and I was pulling books. And I hear behind me somebody, "Oh, you really killed the dollar bin," and the guy was like giddy. I find out from someone else later on. The story was that, because I did dig through the dollar bin a little bit, I found one good book. And then the guy had books on the wall, right? And this was also the kind of vendor where he had $20 books for $5 and $20 books for $150. But I saw on the wall, I heard on the wall that somebody got an Amazing Spider-Man 300 for $30. Can't get them all. So I got some good stuff, though, on this haul. So I went through, and it was funny because I'll talk about one book in particular. The guy that went through the first box, like the fourth book in, I'll talk about it when I get to it. So we talk about the 4 S's, save, slab, sell, spec. There's only one book that I came across that is, I think, of gradable quality. And we'll talk about that. So, Destroyer Duck. First, Grew the Wanderer. This was the book that I found. Amazing Spider-Man 328. It was just $5, and the guy passed it up. It was like the fourth. Now there's a second one in here. Then Action Comics 392. This is actually an upgrade, so that's going to go into the PC pile. So that's going there. PC I'll put here. Put that there for now. Hulk 345, McFarlane. This is a lower grade. Amazing Spider-Man 210, first Madam Web. That would have been a much more popular book a couple years ago. Amazing Spider-Man 195, second appearance of Black Cat. Here's the other one. This is the nicer one. Amazing Spider-Man 328. That is going to be available, or that was available, because I'm going to drop this on Tuesday morning, last night's Whatnot sale. This one's going to be available. The next one, I'll just put that there for now. Try to organize myself. This is also an upgrade over my PC. So what I do is, I got all this home, I went through every book, and gave it a grade, right? Based on, the raw condition and what have you. And then I went to the CLZ app. I put all of it into CLZ. I downloaded it. And then I'm like, okay, which books are upgrades over the PC? What the condition I have in the PC? The problem is, I don't really know, except for like Batman. And I do have an upgrade of a Batman. Exactly where to find these PC books. I'm not that organized yet. So Action Comics 318. Death of Luthor. He died of embarrassment by wearing that outfit. Married with Children, #1. Batman 609. This is the first. I just want to get the key significance correct. It's the origin and first appearance of Tommy Elliott, who becomes Hush. This is a newsstand, though. And it's about an 8. I think I had it graded as actually as a 6. It's a mid-grader, but it's a newsstand. I do have a 9.8 direct. I'm not really a newsstand collector. Then Batman 612, Battle of Batman and Superman, also a newsstand. Great Jim Lee cover. Yeah. Justice League 139, great Neil Adams cover. I've been hunting for this in really high grade. Let's get that. Incredible Hulk and Wolverine. This is a reprint of 180. Incredible Hulk 181 newsstand. A lot of newsstands that this guy had. This is Green Lantern 173. This is the first appearance of Javelin. That was that the character? I think it was the character that Michael Rooker played in the Suicide Squad film, the James Gunn one. Batman 308, first appearance of Tiffany Fox. That was a pretty nice grade. Batman and Spider-Man. Then this goes to, I just want to make sure I have this accounted for correctly. Yeah. Fantastic Four, number 40. A little bit beat up. This was a little bit pricier, but that's going to go in the... And then he had this entire set. It's kind of mid-grade. It has... All of them have like a crunch on the bottom. The set of the George Perez JLA Avengers run. So that'll be sold as a set. And the other thing, too, is like, you know, using the hobby to fund itself is kind of the mantra here. Because I'm keeping a whole bunch of these books. Some of them are upgrades. So, you know... I will dig out the undergrade copies and sell those eventually. But if I have a higher grade already, I'll sell that. Or if it's just not something I collect. This is going in the spec pile. This is Green Lantern 25. This is the first appearance of a whole bunch of folks, including Larfleeze and Atrocitus and whatnot. I have a bunch of 9.8s of this. This is not a 9.8, but who knows what they're going to do with the with that. Web of Spider-Man number 2. These were in the dollar bin. That was the Green Lantern 25 was in the dollar bin. Teen Titans Go, number 5. I don't have that one. That's going in the PC pile. And then Brightest Day, numbers 4 and 10. The 4 is the first appearance of Jackson Hyde, the second Aqualad, and this is his first cover appearance. Pretty much based on the character in Young Justice. Then, it's funny. I keep upgrading this barely. So I look at my records. This is Super Friends number 1. This is a little bit nice. Like I saw in my PC, I have a 6, 6.5. I graded this as a 7. So I'll dig out the 6 and 6.5 at some point. This, and it needs a press, but it's pretty nice. Showcase 75, the first appearance of Hawk and Dove. Does have some moisture in it, but it'll press out. The bones of this are pretty strong. So this particular guy, I usually see him at the Meadowlands, but the Meadowlands has been kind of out of commission because of weather, number 1, and then they don't have many sales upcoming because of I guess the FIFA concerts, and they also are hosting the FIFA Club World Cup. I'm not sure exactly how many matches are taking place in the Meadowlands, but there's like nothing pretty much for the whole summer until like late August that'll be back in commission. So that's a nice copy of the Hawk and Dove. So the guy had like better books, and he's like, I'll let you know, build a pile. So I took 15 books. He said $225. So that's kind of where these come from. I think I did okay on these by and large, but you know, I don't know if he was like exactly $15 for each book, or he was like, you know, doing some other kind of math in his head. He did have a Night Nurse number 4, but he's like, oh, this is a better one. I want like $150 for it. It'd have to be like high in the 9s, and I don't believe it was. Amazing Spider-Man 102. It's Morbin time. Second appearance of Morbius. Amazing Spider-Man 85. First cover appearance of Vanessa Fisk. This is just her first cover. I don't think it's her first appearance. Yeah, cover. Then this particular book, I think I have a higher grade copy. Yeah. Just a nice Neil Adams cover. Detective Comics 403. I like what he did with the backgrounds on a lot of those Detective Comics issues. Then this was an interesting find. This Holiday Comics #2. Okay, why are you buying a funny animal book if you don't know? Signed cover art by L.B. Cole. This is lower grade. It's got a split spine and everything. But, yeah. Cool. This is the one slabbable commodity. This is a Venom Lethal Protector #1. That is high grade, so that's going to go in my clean and press pile. House of Mystery 77. It's a cool 10-center. Then I think the rest of these were in... No, actually, these were... I think the next couple. Amazing Spider-Man 125, second appearance of Man-Wolf. This is a little bit lower grade. I still think... Yeah, it's probably like a $20 book. Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #7. This is a nice copy. Only detraction on this one, it does have some overhang creasing at the top, but other than that, this Salvador Dali-inspired cover by Jim Steranko. That is a really nice book. Happy to get that one. And Captain Marvel #25 with Captain Marvel and Hulk. New, the greatest battle issue ever. Might be a little bit of hyperbole. Isn't that like fake advertising? So, at any rate, then this goes into the special pile. This is a Vicky #1 from Atlas Seaboard Comics. Their version of Archie-esque or, you know, Patsy Walker, any of those kind of books. So I'm trying to build up the Atlas Seaboard run just as like a catch and release. I do have a bunch of them. I'd love to have the everything, but the magazines are really tough. And then just do a whatnot sale of all of them. Not all one bundle, but individual. Hanna-Barbera TV Superheroes #5. That's a PC book. Our Army at War 80 with the nice gray tone cover. I'm not sure who did that cover. Is that Russ Heath? No, there's initials on it. No, maybe it's not. OG? JG. It's probably Jerry Brandonetti is my best guess. That goes in my war book pile. Then this was one of the other $15 books. Definitely PC. And you pick something like this up. I mean, it's not an enormously valuable book, but just Adventure Comics 231. This is, I believe, 1956. Pre-Legion of Superheroes. Yeah, it's 56. So that's... I'm trying to work on Adventure Comics. Then we have... Then he had, like, books... He had $10 each for 3 for $25. So he actually gave me a deal. I had bundled, I think, like 15 of them. Yeah, that sounds right. And so this one, I don't think I have this issue yet. It is a little bit lower grade, but that'll go in the PC for now until we upgrade. Same with this one, Green Lantern 34. Kind of slowly working on the Green Lantern run. This is an upgrade, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. This is a nicer copy of Detective Comics 357. Now this Batman 199, that is missing the back cover, so that's going to be a cheap book. And then, do I need this? Yeah, this one I don't have, at least recorded in my PC. Detective Comics 389, Neil Adams cover. Also a Batgirl backup story. All of a sudden I'm a Detective Comics collector. Iron Fist #2. Was that worth? I have all my notes here. Probably borderline. I paid $6.67 on average for those books. Then I think I have actually a lower grade copy of this. Yeah. Detective Comics 362. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #2. This is the first full appearance of Bebop and Rocksteady. I'm not a Turtles guy. That was after my time, to be honest with you. I've watched the movies and such with my kids. 3-issue miniseries. Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man 142. This was a nice little find. Captain Marvel #27, first cover appearance of Eros. This I'm going to put aside. It might be an upgrade. I keep getting these. I got to get these in high grade. This is the penultimate issue. I think it was 431 to 440, the Adventure Comics run with the Fleischer and Aparo Spectre books. Amazing Spider-Man. Should have passed on this. It does have a subcrease. 282 newsstand. Then Strange Tales 173 with Brother Voodoo. First appearance of Black Talon. From American Comics Group, My Romantic Adventures number 92. This is a decent copy and probably worth it. Then this is the one that I think is an upgrade. So what I'm going to do, this is easy. This is Batman 205. So I have my Batman collection back there. I'm going to put this in the box, take the 205 that's of lower grade out of the box, and then sell the undercopy. So that's always kind of fun. So that was it from that guy. Then I found another guy at a dollar booth. Nothing really interesting here. $6 Million, season 6 from Dynamite. I bought it for the Lee Majors cover. He and Lindsay Wagner are doing a signing at Terrificon. I was thinking of getting stuff signed, but really, in the final analysis, the only books I'd want to get signed by them are the #1 issues of their own series from Charlton in the 70s. $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. Then Batman Incorporated, numbers 5 and 6. I keep coming across this. Number 5 is the first appearance of Batwing, and number 6 is the first appearance of Cassandra Cain as Black Cat. It seems like trademark infringement to me, but I'm no lawyer. Then, shout out to my guy Warren with Card Comics. He's there pretty much every time at Stormville. And he gave me an entire box, mostly of adventure comics. Gave me a really great deal. So he pulls it out of the card. He says, "You want these for this much?" I'm like, flip, flip, flip. Yeah. So a lot of these are going to be PC upgrades or potential PC upgrades. There's some minor keys in here in terms of Legion of Superheroes stuff. So let me just have my list here. I'm going to refer to it. Issue number 350. This is the first appearance of the Hag, who is the White Witch. Dream Girl's sister becomes a member of the Legion. PC. 379. Not an upgrade. This Neil Adams cover. 378. That is a potential upgrade. Neil Adams cover. Same with 377. Now, some of these I really don't know the condition because a lot of these books were books I picked up at Comic-Cons in my boyhood. So they've been sitting. I know I have them. I cataloged them, but I didn't catalog the grade because when I was going through those, it was like 8 years ago before I was into the whole CGC thing. So I was just saying that I had them. They're kind of mid-grade. I do have to be a little more detailed. So that is a potential PC upgrade. Well, look, I have to dig those out. They're kind of deep in storage, not terribly accessible right now. Potential PC upgrade of 369, Neil Adams cover, the first appearance of Mordru. 347, not an upgrade. 352, this is first appearance of the Fatal Five. Mid-grade, but potential upgrade. We'll put that to the side. 361, the first appearance of the Dominators, potential upgrade. 335, the first Starfinger, potential upgrade. 343 or 7. Oh, my eyesight is not what it used to be. When they put black ink on gray cover. 333, that's the first appearance of the Luck Lords, right? Yeah. Potential upgrade, not upgrade. 344, first appearance of Block Boy, and it's the Super Stalag of Space. There were 2 of these in here. I have to differentiate which one's the nicer one, just so when I put them up for sale, I have it accurate. 356, potential upgrade. 355, not a potential upgrade. There are some minor characters' first appearances. 363, potential upgrade. 339, not an upgrade. 338, first Glorantha, not an upgrade. 336, I think this is a potential upgrade because I don't know what the copy in my PC looks like. 342, this is, I think, the first Color Boy. Potential upgrade. 318, first full appearance of the Time Trapper. I do have a better copy. 319, not an upgrade. 364, potential upgrade. 376, not an upgrade. This is the second one of 344, the Super Stalag of Space. So I do know I have a better copy. This is a 7.5. I have a better copy than a 7.5, huh? That's nice. So that'll go in one sale, and that'll go in the next week's sale. I like to, on Whatnot, I try not to have two copies of the same book, because then it gets confusing, and it's like whichever one comes up first. Anyway, doesn't help me. Which one is this? And I'm like, okay. 362, potential upgrade. I know I have a lousy copy of that. 330, not an upgrade. So Fat Superboy, up for sale. 332, I think this is potential upgrade. This is where Lightning, no, he gets revenge on the Super Moby Dick of Space. That was a crazy Silver Age story. Then we have some of the Supergirl issues. 383. There were two copies of this. This is the lower grade. This is going to go in the spec pile. I'm trying to put like Supergirl stuff together for when that movie comes out. 383 is a potential upgrade. 385. I have a better copy. 388. Potential upgrade. Same with 389. And 391. And this is a sharp copy of 392. 393, there were two copies. Which one's the better one? The funny thing is, both of them had the cover popped at the bottom of staple. Just really weird. So this is the better one, and this is not. And this is a really nice copy. This is like a 9.0 of 395 for that age. 396 is two copies. 7.5. This is the better one. And then finally, two issues of Supergirl. Sorry. Issues number 2 and 7, both very nice. Both like a 9.0. So I'll just dig out the other copies there at some point. I picked up a couple other books from Warren. Mr. Miracle. Hey, Mr. Miracle, it's time. People are interested in him right now with that announcement. This is Space Family Robinson, Lost in Space. This is issue number 58. It kind of shares the name with the TV series. It's not based on it because the comic book, this is from 1982, but and it was, I think it was, ran in the 60s, and then they brought it back in the late 70s, and it was a very intermittent schedule. But at any rate, it was Space Family Robinson was the title, and then the Space Family in Lost in Space is Robinson. It's all kind of based on Swiss Family Robinson, the book where they have the family from Switzerland are out in the ocean, even though Switzerland's landlocked, and they get on a deserted island in, like, I don't know, the 18th century or something. Anyway, this is the penultimate issue. Don't have that. Then I picked up some Fantastic Fours. We're just going to put those aside for the Fantastic Four week on Whatnot. That's just, what, 2 weeks away? Right? Is it just 2 weeks? Yeah, it's 2 weeks away. Then I picked up this. Adventures of Superman 500. This is the special edition. It's first appearance of Connell Superboy and what have you. Oh, no, that's the one where Superman returns. They came out later. Anyway, another Fantastic Four book, 183. That one is a little bit of a key, I believe, or was it just? No, that's just a nicer condition one. Whatever. And then I went to the last guy, and I think I had gotten books from him before. Actually, there's a couple other books I had gotten from Warren. A Young Love, number 89, 1971. It's a cool cover. And then the glow-in-the-dark cover, Superman 123, where he becomes Superman Blue. Then another guy, he, again, I'll build a stack, I'll let you know. I picked up, did I get the Space Family Robinson from him? I guess I did. Maybe. Yeah, I think I did. And then I just got 5 of the 6 issues of Beowulf for no particular reason. And I probably paid about fair market value for them, so it wasn't really a great find. It wasn't like I'm paying $1 each. So, any rate, that's going to do it for the Stormville flea market. Picked up some cool things, some PC upgrades, which is also always great, and some books to flip to pay for what I paid for everything else. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by. I just recently did a video on the history of Superman. You can catch that here, another one of my videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.